Good morning, Botai. We all know that there's a mitzvah to eat 3 seudot on Shabbat. 2 of them, according to the vast majority of the Rishonim, have to be held with bread. Otherwise, a person's not yotzei the chovah. Seudah shlishit, it's a mitzvah to have bread, not necessarily obligatory. That we know from Maran Shulchan Aruch Tzivah Sadi Aleph. The question is, when a person's eating bread during the Shabbat meals, how much does he have to have in order to be yotzei yedei chovah? It's a tremendous machloket Rishonim. Some Rishonim, including Baal Halachot Gedolot, Rabbeinu Yehuda al-Bartzaloni in his Sifra Aitim, and others, they hold that a person has to have a kabitza, at least a kabitza per meal, in order to be yotzei. That Maran Achida in Birkei Yosef, in Siman Resh Tzadi Aleph, also holds like that Halacha, says you have to have a kabitza, and he's medayek, he infers that Maran Shulchan Aruch holds the same thing. Nevertheless, there are other Rishonim that say a person can be yotzei with less. A person doesn't have to have a kabitza necessarily. A person can be yotzei even with a kazait. Kabitza, sorry for not explaining, kabitza is an egg's volume of approximately 54 grams. Kabitza is about half of that, an olive's volume of about 27 grams. A person can be yotzei with that. And really, a person can make birkat hamazon. Sometimes it's very helpful if a person is on a diet. A person wants to know, he wants to be yotzei the mitzvah, but he wants to know exactly how much bread he needs to have because he doesn't want to have more carbs. You can be yotzei the chovah according to those poskim, and those poskim also say that Maran holds like them. So Maran can be understood really both ways. Halacha Maran Zichron V'Bracha writes in Chazon Ovadia that it's preferable to have a kabitza. Nevertheless, a person is yotzei the chovah with a kazait as well, and you can even say birkat hamazon for a kazait. However, very important. This is a very important thing to remember by the Shabbat meals, is that in order to say Birkat HaMazon for a kazait of bread, a person has to have a kazait, not only the amount, but it has to be eaten a specified amount of time, which is during Toch Kedei Achilat Pras, which varies among the poskim. We hold la halacha, it's approximately 7.5 minutes. If you did not eat your kazait within 7.5 minutes, you're no longer eligible for Birkat HaMazon. Although there's a shita of the Pri Megadim that if a person throughout the span of the meal eats a little bread here, a little bread there, it's all mitztaref lekazait throughout the meal. We do not hold like that Pri Megadim. La halacha needs to be eaten within one time span of Achilat Pras, which is 7.5 minutes. Happens a lot at the beginning of the meal. Person makes a motzi, he eats a little bit of bread, and then he goes for salads and dips and shmooze and whatever, and by the time he comes back, he eats a little bit more, and then he makes birkat hamazon. According to many poskim, that'll be bracha levatala. Person should try, wherever possible, at the beginning of the meal, at least just to get his kazait down, eat the bread. It's not too much. Eat your kazait or kabetza right in the beginning of the meal, and then eat whatever you want and shmooze whatever you want, so at least you'll be eligible for birkat hamazon. L'da'at rov kechol poskim. Have a wonderful day.